So here's what you missed last week. Puck had to shave his mohawk and people started picking on him, so he started dating Mercedes to seem cool again because she was on the Cheerios, but then she quit.
She's not who I am.
Finn's mom Carol's dating Kurt's dad Bert, which was totally Kurt's idea, but then Kurt got mad that Bert and Finn started hanging out.
Yes, you did.
Rachel heard her voice and couldn't sing, and she kind of thought that was the only thing that was important.
I need applause to live.
But then Finn introduced her to a friend who showed her that there's a lot worse things to lose than your voice.
I compensate with humor.
And that's what you missed. Unbelievable. Hey, you wanted to see me?
William, there's someone I'd like to introduce you to. He's the newest member of our school board, and he'd like to speak to you. Will Schuster, meet Mr. Brian Ryan.
We've met. Brian Ryan. We went to school together, and he made my life a living hell. He was 2 years older, dated every girl I liked, got every solo.
Cheer up, sleepy Jean. Oh, what can it mean to a daydream believer and a homecoming queen?
What's the matter, Schuster? Cat got your talent? I'm here to do an audit of our curriculum, Will. We may need to cut some of our district's art programs.
It's really just a formality, William.
No, it's not. We'll probably cut the Glee Club. What? But you were in the Glee Club. Show choir was your life. It was, Will. And after I graduated, I hit the big time. I was a featured soloist at Kings Island in the Doodle-Dee-Doo musical review. We were a smash. Then for 3 years, I did the cruise ship circuit. And when that dried up, I realized I had been sold a bill of goods. 9 years later, I woke up on a urine-stained mattress in the West Lima Crack District. Then, something amazing happened. I was introduced to Jesus. He was my hunter and social worker. I straightened up, put down the pipe, met the love of my life, Wilma, and now I run a successful used Hummer dealership. Don't make that face. Global warming's a theory. And 4 nights a week, I run a show choir conversion group.
Hi, I'm Brenda. And it's been 42 days since I sang a show tune.
Hi, Brenda.
Years ago when I auditioned to play Miss Adelaide in Guys and Dolls, I was asked to take my top off. Evidently, that is not customary. And that's when I started huffing glue.
My name is Russell. I'm a Glee Club survivor. Whenever anything bad would happen, I would just say, let's put on a show. Well, guess what? Putting on a show about your father's prostate cancer will actually just make him more depressed about the situation. Show choir kills. I just want to have a talk with your kids. Make sure you're not building up their hopes just to have them knocked down. What if I say no?
Just let him speak to the kids, William. Let Mr. Brian Ryan contribute to the marketplace of ideas. What's the worst that can happen?
Okay, guys, listen up. This is Mr. Ryan. He's a member of the school board, and he would like to say a few words. I just want you guys to listen critically and know that what he's saying is just one of many opinions. Take out a piece of paper. And on that paper, I want you to write down your biggest dream. A dream that means so much you're afraid to admit it even to yourself. Your dream is never going to happen. 91% of you will spend your entire lives living in Allen County, Ohio. So unless you wrote down that your dream was to work for a mid-market health insurance provider or find an entry-level job in an elderly care facility, you're going to be very disappointed.
This is really depressing.
I'm going to guess that a lot of your dreams involve showbiz. Well, let me tell you, showbiz dreams are the most unrealistic of them all.
But that's what I want to do with my life.
Oh, look, I'm not trying to hurt your feelings. I'm just trying to spare you disappointment. I think we get your point. Well, Schuster here's a prime example. He used to have that glimmer of hope in his eyes that I can see right now in all of yours. But he couldn't make it happen for himself, so he now has to try and convince you all that it'll happen for you. Guess what? His dream didn't work out. And neither will yours. Okay. You're done here. You would be wise to show me some respect. You've said your piece. Now get out. Well, Schuster, I should thank you. You've made my decision about which program to cut a lot easier. Thanks.
Godard on Godard?
He was the master of the French New Wave. I was figuring that since I'm never can become a star as a performer, maybe I could become on behind the camera. You know Christopher Reeve directed a movie after his accident? In the Gloaming?
I didn't see it.
Oh, me neither. Too depressing.
Is that what you wrote as your dream?
Before Brian Ryan crumpled it up and tossed it in the trash? Yes.
Why are you lying to me? After everybody left, I went back for my book bag and something stopped me.
That was supposed to be private.
I don't understand you. You're always talking about wanting to get with me, but you won't be honest with me about your hopes and dreams.
I'm in a wheelchair, but I'm still a guy. What's the difference? I'm never gonna actually become a dancer. My legs are never gonna work again. I'm stupid.
I was thinking. Mr. Shu was so busy dealing with Brian Ryan that he didn't give us an assignment for the week, so why don't we do one on our own? A dance number.
You wanna dance with me?
You're pretty hot and proud, Mary. Why don't we try and kick it up a few notches?
Hi.
Hi. How was your spring break?
Good. It's good to be back. What were you just rehearsing?
A guy came to Glee Club to talk to us about dreams. Luckily, I've known mine since I was 4. I'm going to play 3 parts on Broadway. Evita, Funny Girl, and Lori in Oklahoma. I was just practicing her dream ballet with Curly. It's what I do when I'm feeling a little stressed.
That's not a dream. A dream is something that fills up the emptiness inside. The one thing that you know if it came true, all the hurt would go away. You singing Don't Cry For Me Argentina in front of a sold-out crowd isn't a fantasy. It's an inevitability.
I thought you'd never come back.
And miss all your drama? Never. So what is it? Your dream?
I don't know.
Well, then go inside, find it, and ask it what it's gonna take.
Why are you pushing this?
Because you're my girlfriend, and I want to know all your secrets. When you lie awake at night, what's missing?
My mom.
Your mom? You mean like you want to meet her?
I just would like to know who she is. I don't really need to meet her or anything, but maybe just find out her name or something about her. It's silly. It's not like it's gonna happen or anything.
Why?
Well, just because my dad's never told me anything and I didn't want to ask them anything because I didn't want to hurt their feelings.
So let's check it out without them knowing. Do you know why I came back to school here? To win another national title and make all your dreams come true. If this is one of them, then I'm not going to stop until it happens. My tap wheels suck.
I thought we sounded pretty good.
Yeah, you did. I sound like someone put tapsters on a horse and then shot it. Will you bring me those? I borrowed them from John Hubner.
The kid with cerebral palsy?
And there's extra pair. Help me get up on them.
Have you ever used anything like these before?
No. But I have superhuman upper body strength from using my wheelchair. If I can just get up, I think I can use my arms to get around the room. Come on. You said everybody can get up a notch. Dreams aren't supposed to be easy. I'm gonna try to take a step.
I heard you were doing it. Are you okay?
Go.
Let me bring your chair over.
Just go away. You should have done this to me. You pushed me to do this.
I'm sorry.
Just go away, please. Go away.
Hey, Brian.
Hello, Will. Just taking stock of the home ec supplies. You see, our home ec program teaches practical skills like food service preparation. Can't feed a child sheet music, Will. I mean, I suppose you could for a while, but they'd be dead in a month. I'd like to buy you a beer. No. I want to convince you that you're wrong. You won't. And for old time's sake. Your mother? Where?
In the library. I've been researching her all morning, and as I suspected, my intuition has been proven correct. My mother is Broadway legend Patti LuPone. I've always had a deep connection to Miss LuPone, her choice of roles and songs. I decided to do a little math to see if her being my mother was even possible. I was born December 18th, 1994. 1994 was a big year for Mother. She was a sensation in Pal Joey. But that was in New York. I was born in Ohio, you say. Well, Mother took many breaks from the show to tour with Mandy Patinkin. That April found them at the E.J. Thomas Hall in Akron, Ohio for a standing room performance, 9 months before I was born.
Are you saying that your father's impregnated Patti LuPone in the Marriott in Akron? Was Mandy Patinkin in on this?
All you have to do is look at pictures of her in her performance in Masterclass in 1996. Look at the pain in her eyes and the hurt she's feeling from giving up her obviously talented little girl.
One question. What was in it for her?
Money, a sense of charity for those in need. I guess you're right. Do you want to hear my research that proves that my mother is Bernadette Peters?
Why are you so afraid about finding the truth?
I don't know, I guess I just don't want to think that my mother's some teenage trollop like Quinn, or worse, some skanky girl who would do anything for money, including giving me up.
Why does it have to be one of those choices? Maybe she had a really good reason for doing what she did. We need to do a real investigation. Like CSI real. Do you have any baby stuff in your house? Something that might give us a clue?
My father's kept every piece of paper related to my life in files and cabinets in our basement. It's sort of a little Rachel Berry museum.
Perfect. We'll start there. You're a big deal, McKinley. You get all the moves. You were one of those dudes where all the guys wanted to be you and all the girls wanted you.
Not all of them.
Really? Alright, who was the one that got away?
Terry Delmonica, remember her?
Yeah. Yeah, she was cool. I married her.
No way.
Yeah. It didn't really work out, though.
Wow. I'm sorry to hear that.
She was great. Yeah, I really loved her. And, just grew apart. You know what gave me the strength to finally get out of the terrible marriage? Music. Meeting those kids. Coaching Glee Club. Yeah, you're right. I'm never going to be on Broadway. And maybe the same is going to go for most of those kids, but that's not the point. Glee Club is it's not just about expressing yourself to everyone else. It's about expressing yourself to yourself.
I'm living a lie.
What?
I miss it so much. I am miserable. Ever since I stopped performing, I cannot stand my life. 3 times a year, I tell my wife I'm going off to a business trip. I sneak out to New York. I see a bunch of Broadway shows. I have a box of playbills hidden away in my basement, Will. Like porn. What are you doing?
Remember? Sectionals, 1992. You sang the song alone on stage, just you and a piano. I mean, I know this isn't quite as theatrical, but you're gonna sing it again right now.
I can't.
Yes, you can. It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd shuffles in. There's an old man sitting next to me, making love to his tonic and gin. He says, son, can you play me a memory? I'm not really sure how it goes, but it's sad and it's sweet and I knew it complete when I wore a younger man's clothes. La 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 da da. Sing us a song, you're the piano man. Sing us a song tonight. Well, we're all in the mood for a melody, and you got us feeling alright. Whatever happened to you in the past, it's over. You gotta give it another shot. Lima Theater Guild is doing a production of Les Mis. Auditions are Friday, and both of us are trying out. Alright? Okay.
Sorry about yesterday.
No, I'm sorry. I do a pretty good job of being in denial about the hopelessness of my condition. I think I just kind of freaked out when I actually had to face it.
Who says it's hopeless?
Like every doctor I've ever seen.
Maybe they're the wrong doctors. I went online and did some research about the new treatments in spinal cord injuries. Did you know that some doctors are implanting electrical stimulators in patients' bodies to recover hand movements?
My hands work.
They're just starting to develop the technology. But in a year, 5 years, who knows? And some scientists at UC San Diego were actually able to regenerate a rat's damaged spinal cord. There are hundreds of studies going on right now using stem cells. Guess I just wanted to tell you not to give up on your dream. If you can imagine it, it can come true.
What took you so long? Your dads will be home soon.
There was so much stuff in the basement. It's like a shrine. It's creepy and flattering at the same time. These boxes have the earliest dates on them. My baby teeth.
Look,
Is that me?
looks like you. I think you're in fifth position.
Makes sense. My dad says they used to play Vivaldi into my mother's belly. There. My first singing competition, I came in first place.
You were 8 months old.
I was very musically verbal. Two little baby shoes.
What's this? From mother to daughter.
Because she wrote this. She held this in her hand. What are you doing?
Playing the tape?
No!
Why not? She wanted you to hear this.
I'm not ready. Look, this is all happening too fast. What if she's singing on the tape? What if she's terrible? Or worse, what if she's better than me?
I can't believe we're so close to your dream coming true. You're running away from
No,
it.
it's my choice. It's my life, and no, I'm not ready. Jesse, I think that you should go.
The minute you walked in the joint, I could see you were a man of attention.
Oh, hey, buddy. I just showed up. Please don't distract me. I'm trying out for the role of Jean Valjean. So am I. Really?
So let me get right to the point.
What song do you plan on singing? I was going to sing The Impossible Dream. Wow, really? Interesting. So am I. But then I decided on Aerosmith's Dream On. Yeah, me too. That's what I'm gonna sing. Are you kidding me right now?
Is there a problem out here?
Yeah, there's a problem. This guy just stole my song. I don't know this man. His caretaker just stepped away, overheard him mention he's a sex offender. Oh, you're gonna need a caretaker in a second, buddy.
I run a dry cleaners. I can only keep it closed for 30 minutes at a time.
Thank you.
Sing it as a duet.
Every time that I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face getting clearer. The past is gone. Just the dawn. Isn't that the way everybody's coming to the light today? Yeah, I know nobody knows where it comes and where it goes. Everybody said you got to need to know how to live.
in books, written pages, lived and learned from fools and from sages. You know it's true. All the things come back to you. Sing with me, sing for real, sing for the laughter, sing for the tears. Sing with me, just for today, maybe tomorrow the blue will take you away.
Thank you. We'll let you know.
I can't believe I just bought tap shoes.
Think of them as an investment in your future. Do you want a pretzel?
Hell yes, woman.
They're upstairs. Do you mind waiting down here while I go get them?
As long as you're fine. Wait. I need to tell you something. I went to the doctor yesterday, and he started me on all the therapies that you researched for me.
Really?
Guess what? They're working.
Oh my god! Artie, you can walk.
I spent so many years dreaming about what I'd do if I could get up out of the chair. And now that I can, all I want to do is dance.
Are you okay?
I'm gonna dance one day, you know.
I know you are.
Thought you were gonna take a hatchet to that Glee club.
I was. But you may have heard, I plan on making my return to the stage next month in a local production of Les Mis. And I've had something of a personal awakening, so I decided to examine all of the extracurricular activities here at this school. And Sue, your Cheerios budget is out of control.
Let me remind you of something, Mr. Ryan. The Cheerios sell tickets.
Not enough to offset your costs.
I am very tired of athletics always taking a back seat. When daily PE was cut at this school, no one batted an eye. But cut a dance program, cancel the school musical, and suddenly there's an uproar.
I did little research, Sue. Did you know that studies have shown that reading Shakespeare might help kids learn physics, that singing helps you learn pitch, which makes learning a foreign language easier, that when a kid picks up a clarinet or a trumpet, every region of the cerebral cortex is stimulated?
Well, that's all very interesting, but did you know that a third of American teenagers are obese? And only 2% of high schools require any form of daily physical activity? Where's your outrage about that, Mr. Ryan? Sports teach kids how to work together, teaches problem solving and social skills. It improves attendance, not to mention grades, particularly among those students deemed most at risk.
You've done your homework.
I'm an educator. Now I realize my methods are unconventional, but my record speaks for itself. Is it a tad over the top to build the district for skydiving lessons to have the Cheerios parachuted onto the football field? Perhaps. But what I do here makes a difference.
Sue, you're an impressive woman. I can't tell you how much you turn me on right now. You ever heard of the term anger sex?
The only kind I know, Brian.
I should tell you I'm married.
Not a problem for me.
And I'm still cutting half your budget.
Now you win some, you lose some.
Should I lock the door?
No. Got a secret room upstairs. Like Letterman.
She has the tape. She won't listen to it.
She has to listen to it. That's the point of all
I'm
this.
doing my best. When you told me to seduce her...
Befriend her was the word I used, actually.
Whatever. The thing is, I was into it because I thought it would be a good acting exercise, but now I think I kind of like her. I don't want her to get hurt.
Look, one more week, this will all be done. You can come back to vocal adrenaline where you belong.
I don't understand why you don't just go up to her and say, "Hi, my name's Shelby. I'm your mom."
I signed a contract. I can't contact her until she's 18. She has to come to me. That's why she has to listen to the tape. When she hears it, she won't be able to sleep until she finds me. I answered an ad in the paper. 9 months' work here would make me enough money to live in New York for 2 years. Her dad seemed like a nice guy, so I went for it. I never got to hold her. And I only saw her for a second. And they were cleaning her off. It was through a bunch of nurses, but she turned her little head and she looked at me. I failed as an actress. My walls are lined with trophies instead of wedding pictures. But through all of that, I only have one regret. You get her to listen to that tape. Honestly, the only students that come and see me on a scheduled weekly basis are ones that have been diagnosed with psychological disorders, like a certain junior female that eats her own hair.
When I start walking, I'm gonna need help emotionally adapting to my drastically altered lifestyle.
Walking?
There are all these new therapies for my condition. I figure if I try them all, one's bound to work.
Artie, I've read your file before. The damage to your spinal cord's pretty severe. Irreversible. I think you know that.
I used to know that until I saw the research.
Do you know how long the testing process takes for medical protocols like this? At least 10 years, and that's before they even start human trials. So, these studies really aren't even in their infancies yet. Look, I truly believe that there's going to be a doctor that finds a cure for what happened to you, but I don't think that's going to be for a long time. You know what, maybe you're right. Maybe you should start coming to see me once a week for a while.
Thanks, Miss Pillsbury.
Don't forget your, papers.
Guys, I've got good news. I siphoned off funds from the Cheerios, and I took a little shopping spree through the Jazz Hands catalog. You know why? Because the arts matter. And I got custom-made New Directions jean jackets and some rad tearaway dancewear. Hello. And every piece of sheet music from every Broadway show for the last 50 years. Everything a show choir needs to become champions.
Well, that's just amazing. Let's all give a hand for Mr. Ryan. Thank you. Thank you.
Congratulations, Will. I'm over the moon for you.
Thanks, Sue. I'm glad you have a good attitude about your budget being cut.
No, I'm not talking about that. I came over here to congratulate you on your new role. Local director Herb Duncan does the dry cleaning for the Cheerios, and he let slip that you just landed the lead in Les Mis. Congratulations. Oh, I'm ecstatic. And the good news just keeps coming because you got a part too, Bri. The exciting role of townsperson. You got a line too. Right back here in the second act, you get to say, hooray. Congratulations, both of you, really. I can't wait for opening night.
Wait, Brian. Congratulations, Will. You're going to be great in this show. Can we talk about this? Nothing to talk about. I'm cutting the program. Hooray! Hooray! Hey, Brian. Can I talk to you for a second? Make it quick. I'm rehearsing. You know, reviewing my single line. I want to take one last shot at convincing you not to cut the program. Give it a rest, Will. You think you're helping these kids, but all you're doing is setting them up to be jaded and bitter. You're right. Cut the program, and they're certainly more likely to turn out like you. I've grown weary of your insults, Will. They sting. And they make me want to punch your face. You remember high school? Remember what it's like? Those kids get labeled the second they walk through the door freshman year. Geek. Punk. Jock. Queer. I've seen who these kids in Glee Club really are. No labels, no preconceptions, they're true spirits. Yes, most of them are not stars. But they shine like them. You know what happens when a star dies, Brian? It doesn't just disappear, it turns into this black hole. This giant energy-sucking mass that doesn't just collapse in on itself. It takes away any light that comes close down with it. You take away Glee, you're not just putting out those kids' lights. You're creating 13 black holes. I want you to take my part. You should play Jean Valjean. I want you to understand how important the arts are for a person's soul. You're a black hole right now. Maybe this will help you remember what it's like to be a star.
So what you're saying is, you'll give me the part if I don't cut the program.
Exactly.
Cool, deal.
Oh, hey, sir, hi.
I'm your new lead. And I just like to set up some ground rules off the bat. First of all, I have a lot of ideas. And next, I don't really take direction.
Jesse, what are you doing here?
I said that I was going to help you make your dreams come true.
No, I'm not ready.
Yes, you are.
Hi, baby. It's your mom. I think this pretty much says it all. I dreamed a dream in time gone by, when the hope was high and life worth living. I dreamed that love would never die. I dreamed that God would be forgiving, that I was young and unafraid, and dreams were made and used and wasted. There was no ransom to be paid, no song unsung, no wine untasted. But the tigers come at night, the tigers come at night, with their voices soft as thunder, as they tear your hope apart, as they tear your hope apart, as they turn your dream think about this.
I have. You've worked too hard on this routine to have half a partner. Fact is, any of the guys in there could dance my part better than me without even rehearsing. Well, except Finn.
But I want to dance with you.
I can't dance. And I never will. But that's okay. I'm never gonna dunk a basketball or kill a lion either. I have to focus on dreams that I can make come true. I'm good, Tina. Really.
Will you at least sing the song?
Sure.
All right, guys, listen up. Tina has something that she wants to share with all of us, but first, I have an announcement to make. You've all been reprieved. Brian Ryan isn't cutting Glee.
Did he die?
No, he didn't die. He is going to be distracted for a couple of months, making his star turn in Les Mis. He got the lead role.
But I thought you got the lead.
I resigned. It was the price for keeping the club.
Sorry I had to do that, Mr. Shu.
I'm not. And the way I see it, I'm trading my one dream for the chance that all 13 of you might find yours. I mean, come on, you can't argue with those numbers. So, let's start with Tina's dream. Come on up, Tina. Tina? I understand that you whipped up a little dance number for us. A breakout that we might use at regionals.
Yes.
You got a dance partner?
Mike Chang.
Okay.
Stars shining bright above you. Night breezes seem to whisper, I love you. Birds singing in the sycamore tree. Dream a little dream of me. Say nighty night and kiss me. Just hold me tight and tell me you miss me. While I'm alone and blue as can be, dream a little dream of me. Sweet dreams till sunbeams find you. Sweet dreams that leave all worries far behind you. But in your dreams, whatever they be, dream on, little dream of me. Dream a little dream of me.